Alrighty, everybody. It's your boy Kythar, aka Rishan. And today we got another banger of a video. And what's the banger? Well, this is gonna be a guide for Gumiho. And hey bro, you know a lot of people don't do Gumiho because Sangoon and Pig King's too easy, right? They just get that shit smashed out. But I feel like Gumiho is quite of a fun fight. So hey, so I'm that's what we going through. Okay. And I'll just show you my playthrough and cover everything in it. So crystals, uh just run whatever amount of damage crystals you have. I'm running four ultimate mechas, 2 stalwart for the 5 AP, 2 back attack ones, then 2 rebelliouses, 2 void gallantry for the attack speed, the decimation for the crit, Jiren tier, and 2 crit hit rate. You can use the back attack ones, whatever. It's up to you, but this is what I use. You could probably do something better, but this is what I use, all right? I don't have a 6-piece Kerzad, so I'll only use 5 Jin crystals. That's it. All right, so let's get it. This is my gear right here. This is the amount of AP we're working with. Make sure my Veil's heart is on, so you do make sure yours is on as well. And in the bottom right here, as you can see, this is what I have popped. Villa, church buffs, food buff, alchemy stone, house buff, and my demi-human elixir. Now you can go and pop a perfume, but I don't. There you go, C10 GUMIHO. So up first is this. You'll always scream, and you can always just get in the back right here and do DPS right here. And she'll turn around and hit you with that. So this is like all damage. And then her first attack is this one for me. It could be anything for you. When she jumps around like this, she'll disappear and then do a random attack. Well, as soon as she disappears, my chain of thought is she's going to do one of the disappearing skills. Now, I'll mention the disappearing skills that can happen. So while we're watching it, I'll break it down. This is the first disappearing skill right here, the cone. All you gotta do is get out of the cone. And then when she's doing all of these skills, you're only waiting. Like for me, I'm only surviving until she does like a big opening or a gap skills. I'll call the big opening and gap skills out when she does it, because your whole job right now, the whole entire fight is surviving. You're surviving, 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 and you're looking for the damage, long animation damage skills. So these are just like minor gaps. When she glows like this, the tails glow like this, her legs go up like this, she's going to do a 360 AoE skill that does one shot. So make sure you get out of there. And this is how this skill works right here, okay? when she does this 360 AoE, as you can see, like right here, there's like a light AoE around. You want to be out of it. Now, there's two ways to dodge this, okay? If you dodge just enough like this, she will not do the dash attack followed up by this. But if you go further than like this right here, what she's going to do is follow up with a dash attack. For me, after many fights, I figured out how far away I can be, and this is how I deal with it. I get out of the range, and then as soon as I see it disappearing, I gap close, and then I start DPSing. It looks like she's gonna do another one, so I get out again. Now this is very risky because I could just die right here. And as you saw right there, as soon as I did a second dash to create gaps, she did this dash. This dash is one shot, so be careful, or mostly one shot. You can tank it. And this right here is the skill that you're waiting for. This is the big this is the big um DPS gap when she does this. There's a message here, the tails go up, and then there's like these little flames everywhere. Be careful about this because you can die um if you don't pay attention to your HP bar. There are explosions going on right underneath it. If you can see my frontal guard right here, it is taking damage. So if you're trading with super armor, unprotected, things like that, you will get chunked and maybe die because this is like a random opening, but it is a big opening to not use it as an opening, so you want to DPS during this. And then right here, when she does the cone, she turned around, she does cone attack right here. This is how this whole attack is. She's gonna do that thing where she gathers the flames, and then right after that, she's gonna do the breath like this. So all of this is just a big gap. Okay, she disappeared, and now I am looking for um one of the openings, like one of the skill, not openings, one of the skills that she's gonna do. I'm paying attention over here and over here because one of the skills is where she flies up, another skill is like 3 clones, and the last skill is the the jump in the air triangle. So I'm always looking for these two spots right here. You see the water spot right here and the water spot right here. In the air, she'll pop up. Let's see what she does. Okay. Because the HP bar was that much, what ended up happening is the blue orb mechanic started. So every time she gets around this much HP, yep, around 75% HP. She'll do the very first mechanic that you have to play. And the mechanic here is to um it's like play ball. And let me explain to you while we look at the play ball. So what I'm doing here is this, all right? Um I'm going over here so I can see how many balls there are. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I see 5 balls over here. So this should be 5. But what I am going to do is I'm going to move to the other side over here to make sure it's exactly 5 and I'm not overseeing this. So I made sure 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Again, I made sure again. And you have a fair bit of time to play this game. And when you're playing this game, you have to be very precise on how to hit these balls because this mechanic is not like it doesn't give you any leeway. So look how I'm positioning. I'm positioning directly behind the ball and I'm gonna attack it into the direction I want it to go. You have to be very patient about hitting the balls. Like as you saw right there, that ball was moving to the right, but when you hit it, that's why the ball went this way. That ball was moving backwards, so I hit it forwards, and it general direction and made it in. Yep, there he goes. Like this ball right here is moving to the right over this way, but very slowly. So even if it goes this way to the right, it'll still make it in. So I'm trying to hit this ball in. Bang, perfect. And all the while, I'm counting in my head how many balls I've made it into the circle because um the mechanic is the exact number of balls behind her is the amount of balls you need to bring into the pool. And if you push in an extra one, you'll fail the mechanic. If you push in less than the exact number, you'll also fail the mechanic. So what you want to do if you fail the mechanic is when she flies, when two clones on the left and the right of her, uh, like after, like if you ever see this mechanic is going on and two clones of her go to the left or the right of this ball right here in the air, and as soon as you see that, press escape and restart the fight because you failed the mechanic. What you are looking for to understand you've succeeded is this right here. There you go. The explosion of the ball right there indicates you succeeding the mechanic. Now, she's not on your screen, so she's going to do one of the skills to pop onto your screen. So you want to watch out not to get caught by it. So that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm waiting to see where she's popping up from. And I see the triangle right here. So iframe behind. Again, my whole job right now is to just survive and look for an opening. I'm not doing much damage because she's not giving me much skill. She popped up in the air and now she's no longer visible. So I'm vividly looking for one of the skills that she's gonna do. Either the triangle, the three clones, or when she flies in the air. All right, so I'm looking. Let's see what happens. Okay, I get the three clones. What am I looking for when this three clones happen? I'm looking for her necklace. The fake clones are the ones with red, full red necklace. What you're looking for from the necklaces is two different colors. So play. I see here I see here, all of her things right here is all red. So it's not this one. But I do see from far away that this one right here is the right one because I see multiple colors. So that's how you realize that this is the right one. And again, when she disappeared, I was positioned in a way to always see this skill happen or the skill when she jumps in the air in the two different spots. So position yourself as soon as she disappears to be able to react to these three skills. So I see it's this one. And this one is, again, this one is another DPS window. So utilize this skill when she does this one as the DPS window. As you can see there, I got 3 discharge skills off on my Suck Mystic. So it was quite big of a window. Again, this circle, I'm always paying attention to that to get out the way. Seems like I ran away from her too far, so I'm already iframing away for her dash skill. And if you listen to it, you'll see like a little sound cue. Now she's doing this jumping thing, and I'm just gonna stay protected here. And she's out of my screen, so now I know that she's gonna do one of the 3 skills. So there you go. She does this one, and I'm already ready to iframe. She disappears again, and I'm already waiting for her next skill. Either the 2 flies, the 3 clones, or the triangle or the cone. So I'm waiting. Okay. Again, it's the necklace game. I'm already looking at this necklace. I can't see the red. And right here is where I see the correct necklace right here. If you see, there's like color here, color here. And if you look at this one right here on the bottom right, it doesn't have color, and then this one also doesn't have color. The only right one that does have color is this one right here on the top right. So you want to go here and attack. All right. Again, the only thing I'm doing here is surviving and waiting for her gap. That skill right there does a lot of damage. She's doing the circle. I ran away too far, so I'm expecting a dash. And then once her HP gets to about like 50%, she turns half of the boss area, like where you see the blue flames are, into a zone that you can't enter. Well, you can enter it, but you'll take a lot of damage. So you don't want to enter it. So I'm just playing around, dodging. Like the reason why I hesitated to go behind her here is because if I go over there and DPS her, um, well, I'll be in the blue flames. So I'm just iframing right here, surviving, trying not to go in the blue flame. And when this mechanic happens, what the mechanic is she turns the room into blue flames area where you can't stand. But also there's another thing in the middle of the screen right here, this blue orb. This blue orb will pop up sometimes. And what it's gonna do is it's gonna explode like in the middle of this. So your only like option for your only free area where you'll be safe is like everything outside. But the thing is all of this outside zone is also not where you want to be, and all of this inside is not where you want to be. So you want to be in the middle of the two when that explodes. But it happen as soon as you see it happen, just know that you don't want to be in this fire and you don't want to be in that fire. So just play around here. If she's out here or if she's in the middle, you have to prioritize your life. So just stay out here and wait for her to come to you and fight her. There you go. This happens right here. A bunch of little explosions. Just make sure to dodge these. This is another thing the AoE does is like it makes these blue flames. They stay away from the little blue flames because they drop and then they explode. As you can see right there, I was just frontal guarding the whole thing. You heard that sound right there, that audio cue means she's dashing. You see the tails right here means she's doing the AoE. And the reason why I ran away was because of well, let's break everything down first. Okay, see the blue flames, the 360 AoE, and I stay outside. I see another one, so I need to get out of the way. But also what's happening is the arena mechanic. So I'm getting away from her and I'm making sure not to get hit by the arena mechanic. And then since I know I ran away from her too far, I'm expecting a dash coming, so I'm spamming iframes. I got caught because I guess desync. But again, I'm iframing still. I got caught in my iframe again, but I managed to live. And I'm just surviving here. I'm just using my healing skills, all of my skills that give me HP per hit. Um, Only to just survive. Okay, she does that. I get behind her. She's doing the circle, and I get away from her. The arena mechanic is happening, so I'm just iframing. Now, the distance between me and her is quite far because I don't see her on my screen, so I'm listening for the audio of her dash skill. So as soon as I hear it, I just got to make sure I'm in iframe. There you go. I was still iframing. Okay, so this mechanic happens during the blue flame time. So the mechanic here is as soon as you see this heal AoE, you have to play a game of remembering where the safe spots are. So the game started. I see the teal. So I know that this is the first spot. This is the second spot. So I move to where the first spot is, and I'm tracking where the memory game is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, right here, 4, and 5. So the memory game was 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I'm staying here. I'm staying here. That's my first one. As soon as this explodes, then I will move to here. Then I will move to here. Then I will move to here. And then I'll move to here. So that's going to be my path. All right, explosion happens. I'm moving to the next circle. Explosion happens. I'm moving to the next circle. Explosion happens and move to the next one. I'm waiting for the explosion. Move to the next one. Boom. Now, again, the second mechanic is over. So I'm just going to stay alive for her entrance skill. I just don't want to be caught up by her entrance AoE skill or whatever skill she's going to throw at me. As you can see right here, this giant AoE is happening. So I'm not going to stand here. I'm going to stay where there's no blue flames. So blue flames here, big AoE here. And then this is where she spawns. This is the skill she does. Again, clearly you can see where the safe spot is. It's inside of this circle. So I do that. And now I understand like I'm in the blue AoE area. So I know I can't stay back here for a long time. So I try to just get one skill off and move. And all the time, the thing is AoEing. Now, if you looked at her position, it was in the blue. So I stayed out here where I was protected. And she uses the dash skill to get back inside the arena. So I'm going to gap close to her if I can. Nope, I waited. And then now I'm just surviving and waiting for an opening. Okay, she does this skill. So I'm just iframing. I think I went too far. Nope, I didn't. Okay, this is another skill she can do when she disappears. This is the third one. She goes up in the air. Where you want to be is right under the one with no necklace. And then when she drops, you will be safe. I typically aim my location right in front of her. So when she goes back in the excuse me. So when she goes in the air like this, my positioning is always in front of her. So like this is what's in front of her. And then right below it is where I'm going to be. Okay. And the reason why I want it this way is because I want to, as soon as the AoE happens, then I can move to the other location where she is and DPS, because this is the real one and that's the fake one. But the safe zone is under the fake one. So as soon as the explosion happens on the fake one, where you are safe, you go to the original one in DPS. Because of her dash skill, if you're too far away from her, she'll use one of those dash skills which one shot you in most cases. That's why I choose to be in front of her, so then I can use one of my dash skills to get to the real one, so she doesn't have the opportunity to use her one shot dash skill. This is how I do this mechanic. So again, I'm in front of her, she drops down, explosion happens, and then right after the explosion happens, I gap close within her range so she doesn't do her dash skill. Again, I'm just surviving, waiting for a skill. I don't know why she did the dash skill, but I was ready to iframe because I'm not DPSing. I'm just surviving. I'm waiting for her to give me an opening to DPS. So I'm not committing to any DPS. Okay, this is a DPS window. Just a little bit. That's not a DPS window when she does the tail attacks. So I'm just surviving. Just building up my shards right here. Just surviving again. Okay, I see her doing this, so I get out the way. I'm expecting a dash here because it feels like I got too far away. So that's why I'm just spamming my evasion roll. Okay, still just surviving. Okay, this is a tail AoE. She made that sound, so I'm expecting a dash, so I'm iframing. She's out of the thing. I'm trying to position. Okay, so now this right here, when she turns red like this and her HP bar is low, she's gonna turn red like this, and this is the final mechanic of Gumiho. Okay, when she does this, she's going to dash 5 exact times. Okay, so she'll look at you, then dash in your direction. She'll look at you again, dash in your directions 5 times, and then after the 5th time, you have a little DPS window, and then she does the whole chain again. So watch the chain first, because this happens to me 3 times and I do it 3 times, so you can understand it better if I go through it. So she enrages like that. Okay, my stamina bar, I'm keeping a very good eye on my stamina bar because I need to dodge these or I die. Okay, so okay, there's dash number 1. So I'm already iframing right here. Okay, I'm just waiting for the audio cue, but the reason why I'm iframing again is because of the arena mechanic is also exploding to do damage, so I'm iframing that too. I hear that audio again, so I'm iframing her, so that's 2. Third one right there, fourth one right there, and fifth one more time. There you go. After the 5th one, she stands still like that, and you have time to DPS. Now, you don't want to be in the blue area because you'll get hit, and also these blue balls that are dropping down from the arena mechanic is also going to harm you. But after her DPS phase, after your DPS phase is over, she goes into this. So this is what she does. She jumps back right here. There's a little bit of DPS window right there, but then she disappears right there. That jump in the air right there, she's gonna disappear. And now she's gonna do a cone skill. So remember, 5 dashes, then a gap for you to DPS. Then she steps back, a momentary time for you to DPS, but then she disappears into a cone skill. And now she goes into thing where you want to just dodge. So triangle, then dash. So that's dash number 1. Dash number 2. dash number 3, 4, and 5. Now, unlucky what happened here is she is in the blue AoE. You can't go in the blue AoE. So you just have to wait it out until she does one more attempt. And I'll show you what happens if you go in, because I actually do go in the blue flame. Boom, I'm in. I'm already half HP. And this, by the way, these are all my skills that regen HP. I'm using all my frontal guard skills and HP regen, but as you can see, my HP is completely blown out. So if this ever happens to you and you're in a predicament, what you want to do is just preserve your HP, gain as much stamina as possible for her next chain. Okay, I'm just surviving here, making sure not to die to the map mechanic, and then she does the cone here. Okay, she does dash number 1, dash number 2, dash number 3. I got hit while I was in iframe by the map mechanic here. It's just unlucky. It happens to me all the time, but you know, it'll happen to you all the time as well. Don't get frustrated. Just, you know, you're not dead, so keep going. Okay, I counted all 5 dashes. Luckily, this time she was not in the outside zone, so I get to DPS her. Okay, now I'm just gonna survive. She's gonna do the cone, then dashes. And as you can see, my stamina is at 50%. I think that's enough. Like typically when it's at 50, it's enough for me to survive all her dashes. So boom, dash, iframe, another dash. I just iframe. Okay. Now, unluckily, whoops. Hey, my fault. I don't know how that happened. But again, this is the very end right here. She does all of her dashes. And then we are unlucky that she goes into the fire right here that we can't really DPS. But the thing is, I understand she's very low HP. So I just say, hopefully I stay back here and DPS from back here and not enter the blue and get as much damage as I can. And since she's so low, I get the kill here. And that's the kill right there. Now, if you have more gear than me, well, of course, the fight's going to be easier for you. But for me, this is how the fight goes every single week for Gumiho. And that brings the end of the video. Thanks, y'all, for watching the guide. If y'all want to join my guild, you can join my guild. Y'all want to talk to me, my Discord link will be in the description below. Yeah, that's the end of the video. All right, catch y'all later.